Hello everybody, welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Kobe and this is SkyTech Digital. Now in today's video we are going to learn how to create a bus ticket website. So the website that we are going to create is just this website over there. Now of course we are going to use a software which we took inspiration from this particular website. Okay, this website over here, this one over here. It's a website for bus ticket plugin. Okay, and that is exactly what we took inspiration from. So let's say you have a fleet of cars or buses or whatever it is, vans or anything that you are using to run commercial buses, okay, or commercial transportation, and then you need let's say you need a website where people can come over there to buy tickets and then go to their destinations without coming to your office basically, or taking a car and coming over there and to buy the ticket and all those things. The worry and then the cost involved in traveling all the way to the stations to buy tickets will be what will be taken away, and that is exactly what we are going to do over here. So as you can see on this website, I'm just going to take you through a little bit of the website, how it looks like. Now it's just a simple website. People can come over here, this is the front page, and then search for a bus to any destination. So let's say the person is from Circle, which is a place in Accra, going to, let's say, Medina. Okay, and then the person can choose a date where they want to travel. So let's say on Monday 20th, and then can search for what, search for the bus. Okay, now when the person search for the bus, all the buses that is going to that place will be listed over here. Okay, so as you can see, this is one bus going over there. Now you can view as you can see, you can view the details of the bus, the seat, okay, the seat and the seat numbers available and all that. You can so people can, customers or travelers can choose their seat where they want to where they want to sit and a whole lot of stuff. So that is basically that is it. So the person can choose their pickup point where they want to be picked up, okay, and all that. And then you can also book, click to book over here. Okay, so somebody can click here to book the ticket and then buy the ticket using using the payment system installed on the website. So basically that is how the website really looks like. Now of course I'm going to show you how you can be able to make the system work. Maybe I will not be able to show you everything, but then how you can be able to integrate this kind of like ticket software into your website to make your website function and work very well. Now you can do this for your own company, or you can also do this for your client or any other company that you find yourself working for. So without wasting much time, let's jump into the designing and customization of the whole website itself. Okay guys, so to create this website, first of all we need to install WordPress on our website or on our hosting, and then we use WordPress to create this amazing website that we are going to create. So we all know we are going to create a bus ticket booking website where users will come, or customers will come, or passengers will come to our website and then buy tickets for a particular bus in their area, and then also be able to use that ticket to travel within that bus that they bought. So specifically what you need to do is first of all install WordPress. Okay, so if you don't know how to install WordPress, now I have videos over there on my channel that I talked about how you can be able to install WordPress on your hosting. And then if you can use the cPanel to install your WordPress, or you can install WordPress on your computer, and then practice website designing on your computer. So specifically, let's jump into the video, and then let's so we assume that we have WordPress installed. So starting over here, you have WordPress installed. Like I said, if you don't have WordPress installed, please check the link in the description, and then it will tell you how to be able to install WordPress. Now that you have WordPress installed, all what you need to do is to do some few WordPress settings. Okay, so we're gonna do some few WordPress settings. So how do you do the WordPress settings? Now first of all, you go to settings over here. Now before we even go there, let me just clear the the let me just clear the the dashboard. Okay, so I'm going to exit this one. I'll go to screen options, and then untick this ones over here. Okay, yeah, very good. So now that I have it done, I'll close the screen options over here, and then I'll go to settings over here. I'll go to general first. I'm going to check the settings over there whether everything is complete. Okay, so I'll give a title of my website. My website is bassticket.com. Okay, so I'm going to say bassticket.com. Okay, so I'll make it like this, bassticket.com. And then tagline. Okay, what is my tagline? Now my tagline, I'm going to give a simple tagline, easy way to book, or let me say easy way to buy a bus ticket in Accra. Okay, or in Ghana. Let me just put it in Ghana. Okay, now this is my I'm operating this one on a subdomain, so this is what I'm going to use. Okay, so user.kitech solutions, and then this is what the site address. So it is running on what, HTTPS. Okay, it means that I have this padlock on it. So make sure that if you have HTTPS, make sure that it is the same as it is over here. Okay, now it's going to be a membership website, but first of all, I'm going to leave it like this. Okay, now let me just take it first. Okay, because it's going to be a membership, because people will allow people to register. Anyone can register on it, definitely, because we're going to use WooCommerce and other stuff to integrate in it. And then I'm going to leave it as a subscriber, and then the language is English, and then the time zone, I'll say Accra. I'm going to use Accra over here, and then the date format, everything is correct. I'm just going to say save changes. Okay, so now that everything is done, now I'm done with it. All what I need to do is go to permalinks. Okay, my next one is to go to permalinks and then set the permalinks. Now as you can see over here, the permalinks is set to what, day and name. Okay, and that is not what I want. I want it to be what, a post name. I want it to be post name. Now what it means by post name is that I want the links to be very simple, with having just the post what name. So if it is what let's say your domain name / about page, okay, or your domain name / the post title. Okay, so that is it. So specifically that is it. So after everything is set up, I'm just gonna click on what, save changes over here. Okay, so everything is good. We are good to go. Okay, now that we finished with our WordPress settings, okay, we'll come later on to reading and then set it when we created the home page and other stuff. But so far everything is good. Now let's take a look at how our website looks like. So as you can see, it is what, plain website, nothing is on it. We are going to design it step by step. Okay, so as you can see, this is the site title, bassticket.com. okay, and then there's a hello world, there's nothing on it, just a plain. Now the next one that we want to do is to install theme. Okay, now a theme is the structure of the website. It gives the structure or the building blocks of the structure of the website. It makes you get a good look and feel of how the website wants to be. Now even though we install a theme, we have to design the website the way you want it. Okay, and that's exactly what we're going to do. Now to choose a theme, you need to choose a theme that you because this website is designed using free resources, we have to choose a theme that is what customizable, okay, that we can be able to what design or customize it the way we want it, or play around it the way we want it without using any code. Okay, so that is the purpose of this tutorials that I do without using much code, or not even a single line of code. Okay, and that is exactly what we're going to do. So to install a theme, we're going to install a free theme. Okay, very free theme. To install a theme, we go to appearance over here and then click on themes. Okay, so just click on themes and then click on add new. Okay, click on add new theme, and then what we're going to do is we're going to search for a free theme. Okay, so there are a lot of free themes on the WordPress directory, themes directory over here, but the one that we're going to install is a very free theme. So all of them are good, so Astra is very good. Okay, a lot of people also use Hello Elementor, but we're not going to use that one. Okay, now the theme that we are going to install now, if you see Neve is also good. If you see Cadence is also very good. Okay, I popularly love Cadence. Okay, but the one that we are going to use is what we call Ocean WP. Okay, that is exactly what we are going to use. Okay, so we're going to use a theme called Ocean WP. Now if you don't see it over here on the front page of the themes directory, now just search for Oceans WP. Okay, and then you'll be able to ocean, not oceans. Okay, and then you'll be able to see this great theme over here. Okay, now just click on install over here and then click on activate to activate the theme for you. Now that we have it activated, you see over here it says we have to install blah 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 blah. Okay, so yes, we need the Ocean WP extra. Okay, so Ocean extra. So let's click on over here to install and activate the Ocean extra. So the Ocean extra add a lot of functionalities to the Ocean WP theme. Okay, so we have to make sure that you install that one also. Okay, very good. So we have Ocean WP installed. Okay, the other free plugins that will also help us to be able to make this theme function very well, and that is now that we have this one done, we can move ahead to install certain plugins to help us design our website. So to design our website, we need certain plugins. Okay, now the first plugin that we are going to install is called Elementor. Okay, now we will use Elementor to build our pages, our website pages. Now let's take a look at something. If you go to the website and refresh the website over here, you're going to see that the theme have changed. Okay, so as you can see, the theme have changed. Okay, it is no longer using the 2022 theme, but now it is using the Ocean WP theme, and that is why the theme or the design of the website would have changed. Now let's go back to our dashboard, and then let's go to plugins over here and click on add new, because we are going to install some new plugins. Okay, so what we're going to do is the first plugin that we are going to install is called Elementor. Okay, so we're going to install Elementor because Elementor is a page builder which we use to build our pages. Okay, so this is the plugin that we are going to install called Elementor Website Builder. Okay, so as you can see, it have over 5 million active installations. This is just a drag and drop page builder. You're going to build your pages, all the pages of the website, without using any code. Okay, so all you need is a design eye. Okay, to combine colors and other stuff to it to make sure that your website looks nice and genuine. Okay, and that is professional as well, and that is it. So we're going to use Elementor Website Builder. Click on install now. Okay, so just click on install now over here, and then click on activate. So we want to activate the Elementor. Okay, we want to activate Elementor. Okay, so at the moment you activate Elementor, it will bring you to an onboarding screen or setup wizard. Okay, so it will tell you to create account with Elementor, blah 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 blah. Now I'm not going to do all those settings. I'm just going to click over here to close it. Okay, and then go back to my dashboard. Okay, very good. So because of the theme that we installed and then the plugin that we installed, there are certain things that will come over on the dashboard. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm still going to exit or take this one to remove all those things from it. Now go back to plugins again and then click on add new plugin, and I'm going to install some certain plugins that will help, you know, the theme that we installed, you know, function very well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to install just going to search for Ocean WP. Okay, now Ocean WP have a lot of plugins that, you know, add to the functionalities of the theme. Okay, and the first one is where we install the Ocean Extra. Okay, it brings some features and other stuff to the Ocean WP theme. Now what we're going to do is we will click on product sharing. Okay, so we install this one. We're going to click on sticky header. Okay, we install that one also. Now if you like, you can you know, click on social sharing so that you get what social button. So I'm going to still click on it. Okay, and then you can also choose Ocean, you know, custom sidebar or Ocean stick anything. Okay, but I'm not going to do that. And then Ocean post slider. Okay, so if you want your post to slide, you can use it. So let's say I want my post to slide, so I'm gonna use that one. Now I think everything is okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to search for some different plugins. So the next plugin that I'm going to search for is WooCommerce. Okay, now I'm going to search for WooCommerce because I want to build this website as an e-commerce website using the WooCommerce. Okay, now because of the software that we are going to use to build the bus ticket website, we need WooCommerce to also attach to it to make it function well. Okay, and that is why we install WooCommerce. So let's click on install WooCommerce and install the WooCommerce. Okay, so now that we have this one installed, okay, now what do we do next? Now the next one that we're going to do is to install the software itself. But before we install the software itself, okay, I just want to install one thing. So I want to install let's say widget. Let me go to no widget. I'm coming. I want to install the classic widget. Okay, so the classic, so I want to install this one, classic widget. Okay, so that is the old kind of widget for what how do you call it, for WordPress. Okay, now because of Gutenberg, they've integrate everything on it, but I need the old classic widget. So I have this one done. So I'm going to go, we will come back again to install the main software that we're going to use, but I'm going to go to installed plugins over here and then activate all the plugins that I've installed, and then deal with the settings first, and then come later on to install the main software that we're going to use for the website. Okay, so we have 4 active ones, and then I'm going to delete some of them. So this one and this one, I don't need it. Let me see here. So I'm going to go to bulk actions, and then I'm going to go to delete and delete all of them. Yes, I want to delete. Okay, now I'm going to go to the inactive plugins over here. Okay, so when you go to the inactive plugins, you see all the plugins that you installed but not activated. Okay, so what I will do is I'll just click over here, tick over here, and then come to bulk actions over here, and then click on activate to activate all of them. After clicking on choosing activate, I click on apply to apply the activate that I've chosen, so that it will be applied to all of them. It will activate all the plugins one by one for me. So it is activating all the plugins. So we have all the plugins activated, as you can see over here. Everything is done. We have 10 different plugins over here. Okay, every plugin is activated over here. So now that we have all the plugins activated, what we need to do is to do some few settings. Okay, so we need to do some WooCommerce settings over here. So we go to settings over here, and then check the WooCommerce settings. So you set your date. Okay guys, so what you need to do over here is to what, enter your address and other stuff over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is just enter our address. Okay, so I'm going to just fill in some few details over here. Okay, now where do you want to sell your selling location? So our selling location is what, to want to sell to a specific country, and the specific country is what, it's Ghana. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So Ghana, and then what do you want to ship to? Now of course this one wouldn't be specifically to shipping, because we are not going to ship anything over here, but then let's just set it to a specific country, which is what, Ghana. Okay, the same thing. Now our shop is the default shop location over here, and then if you want to enable taxes, you can what, click over here to enable taxes. Remember that if you enable taxes, you're going to do taxes calculations and other stuff to make sure that your website would function perfectly well. But I'm not going to do all those things. I'm going to enable coupons, and then the currency, I'm going to change it to what, to Ghana cedis. Okay, so I'm going to change it to this one, and everything is okay. I'm just going to click on what, save. Okay, now everything that I'm doing will be applied to every country you are in. Okay, so don't worry if I change the currency to Ghana cedi, it still will apply to wherever you are in. Okay, so it doesn't really matter the currency that I use. Okay, so now that we have everything set up, now let's go to product over here. Now we're going to create the bus ticket as what, as product. Of course we're going to create it as product. Okay, so add to cart behavior, how do you want it to behave when you add product to cart? Okay, so redirect to cart page after successful what, addition. You can click over here. If you want to enable adjust add to cart buttons, you can what, on archives you can do it. And then the placeholder and everything, if everything is correct, you just click on what, save changes. Okay, so make sure that you go through all the settings one by one like I'm doing. Make sure that you do everything perfectly well before you install the what, the other plugins. Okay, so if you go to inventory over here, now the inventory talks about your stock. Okay, of course we don't want to deal with all those things, because the other plugin will override or some of these settings. So let's go to downloadable product. Now what we are going to do is a virtual product. Okay, it's not basically downloadable product or whatever it is. It's just virtual product. Okay, now all these settings that I'm doing, you can boycott this one and then go to let's say home over here. You can boycott all this one and go to home over here, and then it will take you through the setup wizard. Okay, so what it's going to do is it will take you through step by step, so that you wouldn't worry yourself what to fill and what not to fill. Okay, so as you can see, at the moment I click on what, the WooCommerce home, it brought me over here because you haven't done the setup what wizard. Okay, so I'm just going to untick this one and then click on continue. Okay, so you set up your what, no thanks, and then the country. Okay, I'll come back and change the country later on, because the country is Ghana. I forgot to change the country. And then which industry does the store operate? So which industry does the store operate? So you choose what, all the industry that the store would operate. So fashion apparel, and then accessories, health and beauty, electronics, computers, food. Our own is not over here, so I'm going to just click on other and then just write what, transportation. Okay, and I'll click on what, continue. Now of course these ones are just how do you call it, it's just a formality that you need to deal with. Okay, so I'm going to click on download, and then maybe no subscriptions. We're not going to sell physical product, we're just going to sell downloads. Okay, so we click on continue. Tell us about your business. How many products do you intend to sell? So let's say 11 too. Now this is just do you sell anywhere? No, this is just a formality. Okay, so just fill anything and then go. So any recommended site, I'm just going to untick this ones. Okay, because I don't want to install all those features. Okay, and then I'll click on continue. Now of course I'm going to continue with my my theme over here. So I'll click on continue with my active theme. Okay, so it will be done for me, and everything will come to normal. Okay, so as you can see, it's bringing me back to my dashboard over here for me to continue what I'm supposed to do. So you can add new products, set up payment, okay, set up tax, set up your marketing tools, and set up with. So the next one that we're going to do is to set up with payment. So let's click on set up payment over here. Now of course, if you haven't watched my payment method, or my how do you call it, how to integrate payment system into your website. If you haven't watched that video, now I suggest and treat you to go and watch that video, because that is very, very helpful. It will help you to be able to integrate any kind of payments into your website. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click on other payment. It says with WooCommerce payment you can blah 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 blah, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to click on other payment, and then I'll choose this one, which says cash on delivery, because right now I don't have any payment system installed. So I'm going to choose on cash on delivery, and I'm going to enable that one. So since that one is enabled, I can go ahead and manage it. Now it will take me to this payment option side, and what I can do is I can just write any details over here. Okay, so if I enable shipping, it will come over there. So I think everything is alright over here. Cash on delivery, pay upon cash on delivery, instructions you can leave over here, but I'm going to go to shipping over here, because this website does not deal with shipping. I'm going to go on shipping, and then I'm not going to set any shipping zone for it, okay, because we do not deal with shipping. Okay, it is just virtual product. Okay, so we're not going to deal with shipping, because we're not going to ship anything. Okay, so forget about all these things, and I think we are good to go. So now that we are good to go, all what we need to do is to go back to our dashboard. Okay, go back to our dashboard, and let's see what is happening. Now I'm going to remove this one from the dashboard so that I still have a clean dashboard. So I'm going to go then on ticket and still have a clean dashboard over here. Now if you want to learn how you can be able to customize your dashboard, okay, your admin dashboard over here, you can also watch a video that I created about how to customize your admin dashboard. Okay, I'll leave the link in the description, and even how to customize your account page dashboard. Okay, so I'll leave the link in the description. Now if you go to pages over here, because we installed the WooCommerce, it has created some pages for us. Okay, so if you go to pages over here, you realize that we have some few pages that has been created. As you can see, we have the cart page, we have the checkout page, my account page, we have the shop page. All these 4 pages has been created for us. Now I'm going to delete this one, trash this one, which is the sample page. We don't need it. Okay, so I'm just going to trash it. Okay, so now we have this ones are draft. Okay, so we will need the privacy policy, and then returns and refunds, your policy that you create, so you can edit it and then publish it. But I'm not going to deal with those ones. We're just going to use cart, checkout, my account, and then shop. Okay, now we will add some pages to it, like the home page, about page, and all those things, just like what we have on this website. Okay, and then the contact us. Now what we're going to do is we are going to install the plugin or the software that we are going to use to run this ticket website. Okay, so how do we install it? Now go to plugins over here, hover on plugins, and then click on add new plugin. Okay, very good. Now what we're going to do is to search for bus ticket. Okay, so just search for bus ticket. Okay, so search for bus ticket, just like that. Bus ticket, just like the way I've written. Now as you can see, you will see two different things over here: bus ticket booking with seat reservation, and then multi-purpose ticket booking manager. Okay, now this one is specifically for bus, and this one can be for bus, train, ferry, boat, shuttle. Okay, any other transportation, means of transportation that you use, you can use this one to what to to create that kind of website. Okay, and then we also have event manager and ticket selling plugin for WooCommerce. Now what we are going to use is this one over here, which is bus ticket booking with seat reservation. Okay, as you can see, I have 700 plus active installation, and it is having a 5-star rating. So what we're going to do is we're going to click on install now to install it, and then we'll click on activate to activate it. Now of course you have to make sure that you read through the details of the plugin. Okay, just go through the details of the plugin. Okay, so if you click on view details over here, you can check out the plugin website and read about them. Okay, so as you can see the the features: support any payment method that support WooCommerce, because it is built on WooCommerce. Intermediate bus route booking works with different prices. Return booking also possible. Shortcode powered. Unlimited bus, unlimited category, unlimited boarding point, unlimited dropping point, unlimited pricing, open source, responsive design, developer friendly, based on WooCommerce, works with any standard compliance WordPress theme, plays well with other plugins, and 100% customizable, easy to modify template, and then template override features. So you can check out the live demo, which is exactly this one over here, and that is what we are going to create. Okay, so how you can be able to book ticket and other stuff using this plugin. Okay, and then if you want to use the shortcode, okay, so you can use this is for the ticket. It displays the form. Okay, the search form, this one over here. Okay, that is the shortcode that displays the form. And then this one, you can add this shortcode to any page where you like to add search form to. Okay, so you can also add this one to any page where you like to let people search. It is similar to this one. And then normally this page creates automatically during installation to make sure you have a page bus search list, and this page selected from settings bus search page option. So we have some other shortcode that you may need to display bus list. So if you want to display bus list, you can use this one. And this page is what they are saying that it sometimes created automatically for you. Okay, but if you want to display the bus list, you can use this one to display the shortcut to display the bus list. And then bus list category, you can also use this one to display the shortcut. Okay, so these are some of the things about it. Now if you want to they of course they have the pro version, meaning that they have the more advanced ones. Okay, so if you want to go more advanced, you would need to check out their pro version. Okay, so that you can be able to go take your website further. Now one thing I would like to also point out is that this is not a multi-vendor. Okay, it means that other buses companies cannot come on your website. This is just your own bus company. Okay, so your own bus company, and then you have a fleet of buses, and then you want to set up your own, like let's say an example in Ghana, let's say STC or VIP buses. Okay, their company, and they have hired you, or they want to create their own kind of ticket based system. Okay, whereby people will be able to buy ticket over there. You can use this same formula or this same principles to create your own to create that kind of website that you need. Okay, so now that we have the software installed or the plugin installed, what we need to do is let's go to the settings of the plugin, okay, to check out the main settings of that plugin. So this is what this is the settings. Okay, so as you can see, we have what the bars label, which is what bars. The bars flag is also bars. The buffer time, and then same bars return, you know, settings. So if you want to enable bars return settings, that is that enable if you want to see the same bars should return option in the bars edit page. Okay, so if you want to enable it, you want to what, you cannot enable it. Okay, so we can enable it, and then show return field. Okay, so disable if you want to show return field in search. Okay, so we cannot disable this one if you want to what, show return field. Okay, and then return discount enabled. You can also, you know, enable return discount. If somebody buys in and out, it can what, the person can get what discount. And then seat book on what, on status. Okay, so how does it, you know, count when somebody book a seat? The status should be what, processing, and then what, completed. Okay, and then search results page. So this is the bars search. That is what they were talking about at first. Okay, so after everything is done, just click on save changes over here to save all your changes. Okay, now the other settings too that you can what, so this is the general settings, but the other settings that you can also go through. Okay, and that is what we are going to go through, all those settings. Now it is important for me to, you know, go through all the settings so that you know exactly what you are going to go into. Okay, so global update. Now maybe you don't work on Sundays, maybe you have a specific days you don't really work. So let's say Sundays you don't, the buses don't work. Okay, so you can what, check this one. Let's say Sunday doesn't work. Okay, I'm just giving an example, but if you work on all days, of course you don't have to what, tick anything or check anything. Okay, so and let's go to seat panel. Okay, so the seat panel settings, so let's check it. So we have what, adult seat label type. So it's adult, you can change it to any, you know, label that you want. Child seat label, it's also a child. Infant seat label, it is infant. And then special seat, okay, maybe special for disabled and other stuff. You can also, and then we have what, upper deck title. Okay, so that one is also upper deck. So that's for people who have what, double decker, you know, buses and other stuff. And then driver image. Okay, so you can upload any image. So let me go to let's say I'll go to Unsplash. Now for those of you who doesn't know Unsplash, if you want to, you know, download any image for your website, you can go over here to download any free image that you want to use for your website. Okay, so unsplash.com, there's a very free resource for web designers and other stuff. Okay, and then if you also want to earn money, you know, as a photographer, you can come over here, and then people can support you by, you know, or people can even hire you through your quality photos that you put over here. Okay, so let's say I want to say driver image. So let's say a driver, I am looking for a driver. Okay, so I just want an image which looks like what, a driver. Let me just pick this guy over here. Okay, yeah, his face looks smiling and receptionable. Okay, it means that people will like him as a driver. Yeah, so I'm gonna just, you know, save the small size. It will download for me, so as simple as that. And then I'm just gonna close it, and I'm going, so that is it. So when I go to over here, it says what, upload driver image. I can, you know, drag in the image over here, and then it will upload for me. So this is my driver. I'm just going to insert it over there. So this guy is the driver, and then this one says what, blank seat image. Okay, so blank seat image, and then cart seat image, and then booked seat image, and then sold seat image. Okay, so you can search for what, you know, images for all this you know, places. Okay, So let me go to another place, which is what Pixabay. Now guys, Pixabay is also another quality photo stock website. Okay, so you can also get quality photos over here. Okay, Pixabay. So I'm gonna search for car seat. Okay, so I'm just gonna search for cars. Now the reason why I'm using Pixabay, because you see I can have what images like this. Okay, as in like car seat and other stuff. So with this one I can even change from images, okay, to maybe vector graphics. Okay, so let's say I want just vector graphics. Yeah, so as you can see I can have this kind of what images. Okay, so I can decide to what just choose this one over here, and then click on free download, and then I'm going to choose the small size, and I'm going to download it. I'm going to go back again, and then I'm going to click on this one, and then I'm going to click on free download. Click on free download. I'm going to choose the small one. I'm just going to download it. Okay, so how many seats do we need? So this one is a blank seat. Okay, so as you can see we have one which is what blank seat. Okay, so I'm going to click over here, and then just just drag this ones in, drag this ones also in. So as you can see, this one is the blank seat. Okay, this one, it means that nobody is sitting on it. So we're going to use clear this one, upload, choose this one, and then insert. Okay, so this one is the blank seat, and then the book seat or the sold seat. So I'm going to use this one. Okay, I'm going to use this one as the book seat. The same picture I'm going to use for the sold seat. Now the cat seat image I don't understand, but I'm going to leave it as it is. Okay, and then I'm going to save it. Okay, so now that I have the seat panel done, now you can go also to translations. Okay, so translation settings, for those of you who want to change some settings over here, you can use these places to change all your settings. Okay, so maybe you want to change it to your language or anything, or change the words, the wording over here. So instead of buy ticket, you can change it maybe book ticket or whatever it is. You can change it. Okay, so that is it. I'm not going to do nothing over here. Now I'm going to go for the color. Okay, so search button background. So the search button background, this is how it behaves. So I don't want it to be blue, I want it to be an orange kind of color. Okay, let's say this one. So I'm gonna copy this one. Okay, and then search button text is this one. The the search form drop down text is this one, and all those things. The set next date tab text, I'm gonna use the same color. Okay, and then I'm gonna leave all it is and come here, search list background color, search list background color. I'm gonna use my perfect color. Okay, view seat background. I'm gonna use this one, and then book now button also I'm gonna use this one. Okay, so now that I have everything done, choosing my colors and other stuff, I'm gonna save it. Okay, so I have saved it. Okay, so now you can add custom CSS, and if you have the pro version also, you can go for what license, and then enter your license key over here. But now that we are not going to use custom CSS and we're not going to use license, I think everything is good to go. So what we're going to do is what to start creating buses. Okay, but first of all, I want us to do one thing. We want to create some pages first. Okay, So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to pages over here, add new page, because I want to create the header and the footer, but I need some pages to be able to create the menus and other stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to add new page and then start creating what, a new page. Okay, so I'm going to create the home page, the about page, and then I'm going to create the contact us page, just 3 pages, okay, to add it to the additional pages that we already have on the website. So remember that when we entered, or when we use the when we install the WooCommerce, it added some pages for us. Also, the bus ticket will also add some pages for us. Okay, so make sure that you know all those things. Now we are going to close this one. I'm going to close this one, and then I'm going to click on this 3 dots, options dot over here. I'm going to exit the full mode over here. I'm going to call this one home, okay, because this is going to be my home page. Okay, now when I come to template over here, I'm going to select Elementor full width, okay, because I'm going to use Elementor full width. Okay, now when I come to the title over here, I'm going to disable the page title, okay, because I don't want to show the page title. And then I'll click on what, publish. Okay, now that I have the page published, I'm going to go to add new page again. Okay, so now that I have new page open, I'm going to type in about. Okay, so this is my about page. The same way, I'm going to go to title over here, disable the title. I will choose Elementor full width, okay, and then I'll click on publish. Okay, so I have this one down. Now the last page I'm going to create is the contact page. Now guys, remember that we have some pages already created for us, the cart page, the shop page, and all the other pages like the account page and other things are already created for us. Okay, so the next page is what, contact page. So that is the contact us page. So now I'm just creating the pages. I haven't designed the pages, so I'm still going to go to title, disable title, and then go to Elementor and template and choose Elementor full width, and then click on what, publish, to publish the page. So now the page is in full it's online now, people can view the page, but there is nothing on it. Okay, so when you go to click on all pages, now that we've created it, let's click on all pages. Click on all pages and let's go and see all the pages that we've created. So we created the about page. So as you can see, the bus search page was created for us from the plugin that we used. Okay, so we also have view ticket over here, but this one only works when you are using the pro version of the plugin. But I haven't really tried it, because the last time I tried it never worked. But let's also wait and see what will happen in this tutorial. Nobody knows what will happen. Sometimes the plugins, they update it in and out. Sometimes they remove some of the free things to the pro version. Sometimes they remove some of the pro versions to also the free things, so it sometimes differs. Okay, so we have the about page, we have the contact, and we have the home page. These are the pages that we created in addition to all these pages that is there. Now that we have this one done, then what we're going to do is we're going to go to appearance and then go to menus. We want to set our menus. Okay, we want to set our menus. Now if you look over here and you click refresh the page, okay, we don't have any menu set. Okay, so we don't have any menu over here. As you can see, there is no menu over here. Okay, and that is what we are going to do. So let's give a name for the menu. We call it main menu. Okay, and then where do you want to display the main menu? We want to display it on the main header. Okay, and then we click on create. Okay, so now that we have created our menu, we need to add some items to the menu list. Okay, so some pages and some other things that we want to add. Okay, so what we are going to add is to add some pages. Okay, so we want to add the home, the about, the bar search, the contact. So which one is the home again? Okay, let me add all these to it and see what will happen. And then I'm going to add the my account, the view ticket also, and then I'll add the shop. Okay, now even with the shop, I can remove the shop because we are not going to deal with any shop. Okay, so I can remove the shop over here. Now of course this is a custom link. Okay, so I'm going to remove this one from here, and then I'm going to use this one. Yeah, very good. Okay, so that is why one is a custom link, which specifically we don't want it. So we have the home. This one should be bar search. Okay, and then the view ticket can come over here, the about page, the contact, and then my account can be here. Okay, now let's click on what save changes. Okay, so now that we have you know, our website done, all what we need to do is to, yeah, so we have our menu done. Okay, so if you go back over here and then we click on refresh, realize that we will get our menu over here. All the menu items will come over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have all the menu items over here. Okay, so now we have our menu set up. All we need to do is to customize everything. Okay, make it the way we want it. So the next step we are going to go is to click on appearance. Just hover on appearance over here and then click on customize. Okay, we want to customize our header and then our footer. Okay, we want to customize our header and then our footer. Okay, so now that we are here, over here, what we need to do is to locate where the header is. So this is the header, so click on it and then go to general over here. Now check out your general header settings. Okay, so we have the style is minimal. Okay, so hold on and let us see if what will come under the minimal. Okay, yeah, so we have different customization options over here. So you can choose the the header background, the border type and other stuff. Okay, so if you think it is okay for you, you are good to go. Just go back over here and then the header image. So any image that you want to add to the header, you can add it over here. And then the logo. Okay, of course we need to choose our site logo. Okay, so we choose an image for it. So I'm going to choose our logo image. Okay, so of course we haven't uploaded it on the website, so I'm going to go to upload files over here and then click on select files. Okay, so I'm going to select the image. I'm going to locate the image on my computer and then I am going to upload it on the site. So I'm going to go to desktop over here and then I'm going to go to bars. And then I'm just going to upload all the images that I use for the bars. Okay, over here. Okay, so I'm going to select all of them. I'm just going to select all of them and then let's say I'm going to untick some few ones. So I'm going to untick this one because I wouldn't need this one, or better still, let me just leave it and then upload all of them because I'm going to use all these images when I'm creating the bus ticket. So I'll need them, and then when I'm also designing the home page and other stuff, so I'll need them. I'll need some of them. So I'm uploading all the images over there and then I'll select the logo that I want to use for the bus. So let's hold on and then let us upload. After it's done, we continue. Okay guys, so this is the this is the ticket, the bus ticket logo that I'm going to use, this one. So I'll select it and then click on it and then it will tell me to crop it and other stuff, but I'm just going to because I need all the sizes to come here. So I'm going to leave it like this, yeah, and then let it come a little bit small like this here. So I'm going to leave it like that, just like this one. Okay, and then I'll crop it. Okay guys, so I have my site logo set up. Everything is done, but it's too big. Okay, as you can see over here, it's too big, so I'm just going to set a retina. Okay, logo for it. I'm just going to set the same thing as the retina logo, which it's just going to be this one over here. I'm going to choose it, the same size, the same everything, but the logo is too big. As you can see, it's very, very big. So what I need to do is there is the maximum. I can resize the logo over here. Okay, so I can just change the size of the logo over here. Yeah, I think this one is quite okay. Let me say 150 or 180 and then 90. Yeah, so I think this one is quite okay. This one is okay. So now that I have my logo set, I can publish it. And then I'll come back over here, and I come to the menu over here. Now we have already set up our menu, so we don't need to set up our menu again, but we can check the size and other stuff of the menu. Okay, and then the color that we want to also use for the menu. Okay, so for instance, when somebody hover on it, what color is it supposed to show? Okay, now of course, as you can see, we have this kind of like what color is this? Why have I forgotten this color now? Orange color. Okay, we have this kind of like an orange color over here. Yeah, and that is what we're going to use throughout the website. So when we want the line color to be black. Of course, it's supposed to be black, and then the hover color is supposed to be orange. So I'm going to use the color that I picked. Okay, during the other one, I'm going to use this one, and then the link color current is this supposed to be what? Is this supposed to be I want it also supposed to be orange. Okay, so everything is set. Of course, I'm going to change this one also to here. Okay, so I think everything is okay. If nothing changes, all what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click on publish over here. Okay, and then I'll go back to here, and then let me just come back over here again. Okay, let me go here and let me come back here again. Okay, very good. So since everything is okay, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go to let me see. Yeah, I'm gonna go over here to site identity over here. Okay, and then I'm going to choose a site icon. Now of course you have to choose a site icon which is what 512 by 512, but I don't really have 512 by 512 size over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to choose this one. Okay, and then just crop it anyhow I want it. It's just it's just something like just to signify something. Okay, but for you, because it's supposed to be professional, make sure that you use 512 by 512. Okay, I'm just going to crop it this way and then use it over here. So as you can see, this one is going to be my site icon, and then I'll click on publish over here. Okay, so now that I have everything set, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to typography. Okay, or let's remove the top bar. Okay, so with the top bar, I'm going to go to general over here, and I'm going to disable it. Okay, I don't want to see any top bar. Okay, that is it. So I don't want to see any top bar. I don't want any top bar, so I have disabled the top bar. Okay, so as you can see over here, the top bar is gone. So let me click on publish over here, and then go back. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm still going to go to the header over here, and then I'll go to the logo. I think the logo is too big, and then there is no kind of like a space between. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to give the logo 150. Yeah, so that at least there'll be a space, a little bit space down, a little bit space up, and then I'll go back. I'll still publish it. Okay, so now let's go to typography. Okay, let's go to typography over here, and then let's go to menu, main menu. Okay, so this is the main menu typography. Now we want to change the weight to 500, and then we also want to change the font size of the typography to 600. Okay, so that will be a little bit bolder. Okay, and then we publish. Okay, so now that we have it done, our header is set up. Okay, now let's go to our footer. So we're gonna go back and then go to our footer over here. Okay, so we want to enable what footer. Now of course we can we can decide to change some of the things over here. So instead of ocean theme by theme by ocean blah 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 blah, we can I can take this one out, okay, and write Kitech digital. Okay, or maybe write powered by Kitech digital, and then erase this one also. Okay, I mean, you're customizing it to make it make it all our own. Okay, without people knowing how we did it and other stuff. So basically that is it. Now we can change the link hover and then make it the color that we want, of course. Yeah, and then the text color too, we can increase the size to a little bit white. So I think this is okay. Yeah, okay, so everything is correct and complete. Now let's go back over here. Okay, and then go to footer widget over here. Now of course with the footer widget we can set it up. Columns, we want only one column because I just want to show only one thing over there. So with a column we just want only one column, or you can decide to have as much column as you want. It depends on you, but I want only one column because I just want to show some few things, one thing over there. Okay, so or you can decide to disable it. If you don't want to show anything over there, you can decide to disable it. But I want to show I want to let people know that we accept some specific cards, that is payment options over there. So I will make sure that I will enable it and then do that kind of style. So now that I have my footer and then my my everything set, I think everything is good to go. Now I can go back to my dashboard and then start design or creating buses on the website, and then design my home page, design my about page, my contact page, and other pages that I want to design, and then I am good to go. Okay, so the next stage that we are is to create buses. So let's hover on buses over here. So as you can see, we have buses over here. Now if you go to all buses, we do not have any bus on it. Okay, we've done the settings of the buses and other stuff, but we haven't created any bus. Okay, so as you can see, we don't have any bus. Now to create a bus, you need to create the bus pickup point, and then the bus stops, and then the bus type, before you can start creating buses. So let's start with the bus pickup point. Okay, so now the pickup point is where you want people to pick from, or to the stations. Okay, so basically the stations that you want people to pick from. So I just want to create some pickup point in Accra, within Accra, and then I'll create that same pickup point as station bus stops also Okay, so let's say this is Tema Station. Okay, I'm just creating pickup point. Okay, so okay, let me say this is what Accra. Okay, this is Accra. I'll just add it as a pickup, and then I'll say Medina, and then I'll say Legon, and then I'll say which side again, and then let me say 37, and then let me say circle. Okay, so let's say these are 1 2 3 4 5 pickup points. Okay, now that I have these 5 pickup points set up, I can go ahead and then create what bar stops for it. So let me go to the bar stops and then also create bar stops for it. Okay, so so as you can see, I can create bar stops. Okay, now with the bar stops, you create the name, and then you also you can hide what the boarding point, or you can create a new route boarding point for it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to create the pickup point. Let's say the bus stop, I'm going to create, let's say Medina. Okay, and then hide on global boarding point. Now if you want to hide it, you can hide it. Okay, now add new route point. So you can add a new route point. Now which are the stops? There's no stops over here because we haven't created the stop name. Okay, so basically we don't have any stop name to create. So let me just close this one, and then I'm gonna go to, let's say, just add it. Okay, let me add it. Now let me go inside this one and see what will happen over here. Okay, so I'm gonna go back to the pickup point and see something too. Okay, so I have Medina. I'm gonna have Accra also. Okay, and then I'm gonna add it. I'm gonna have Legon. I'm just gonna add the same place as as the the same pickup point as the how do you call it, as the stops. Okay, so 37, I'll add it, and then what again, 37, circle. Okay, so I spelled the circle wrong. Let me go and edit it. So circle is what, C, right? Yes, circle. Okay, now let me go again, and as you can see, because I have a lot of stops, okay, I can choose the route point that I want to choose. Okay, so let's say the route, this is circle, so the route is 37. Okay, I'll add new route. Legon, I'll add new route, and then Medina. Okay, these are the routes, and then I'll click on I'll click on update. Okay, I'll click on update to update it. Okay, now the same thing applies to all the other ones. I can decide to change the route. Okay, I can decide to change all the other routes from where I pick the car. So from circle I go to 37, I go to Legon, and then I go to Medina. Okay, so basically that is it. Now let's go to the bus stops again, and then let me go to let's say Accra, and then I'll come to the new route. So from Accra, okay, so where am I passing? So let's say from Accra, I'll come to 37. Okay, I'll also come to Legon, and then I'll come to Medina. Okay, basically these are the three things, and then I would update. So you can decide, you can check after creating all your stops, then you create what your route, or the routing point, okay, the writing point, whatever you want to say it, how you want to say it, but then you create your route, okay, and that is it. So now that I've created two routes, this, we can go ahead and create the bus types. Okay, so to create the bus types, it's also very simple. What are some of the types we have? Let's say we have AC, that is air conditioned bus. Okay, so we have AC bus, maybe there is an air condition in it. And then we have non AC, okay, bus. Very good. So now I can click on what, new, add new bus. Okay, so I have two buses, okay, two like types of buses over here. Now the next step is to create the new buses, or to create the buses. So let's go to add new bus over here, and then we start creating the buses that we want to create. Okay, so I'm just going to create some 3 buses on it, so that you have a fair idea of what I'm talking about and how you can be able to create your own bus website for your company, or for your fleet of buses, or whatever it is that you have. Okay, so just give a name, okay, of the bus. So let's say the bus name is let's say VIP bus. Okay, VIP bus. Okay, so you can give a brief description of the bus, but I'm not going to go into it. And then the bus configuration, so the coach number, or the couch number, or whatever it is, the coach number. So let's say that is the bus number. Okay, so I'm going to say maybe GR 15 20 22. Okay, that is my bus number. And then I'll come to the total seats in the buses, let's say 45. And then the show drop-in time. So if you want to show drop-in time, you can write it over here. And then the seat type, okay, seat plan. So however you want it, do you want with seat plan or without seat plan, you can choose between. So we want a seat plan. Okay, and then same bus return. Okay, so maybe people can pick the same bus return. When they buy a ticket, they can use it to pick it when they are returning back, or whatever it is. But I'm just going to write no over here. And then driver position is on the left, and then the total seat column is, let's say you have 3 seat columns, and then the total seat row, we have let's say we have 15. Okay, so we can create the seat plan. So this is how the seat will look like. Okay, so this is how the seat plan will look like. So 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 39 40 41 42 43 44 45. So just exactly like this one is 45. Okay, so now that we have a seat plan done, that is what for the lower decker and other stuff. So if you have an upper deck, you can also check it out. Okay, so we don't have all those things. Now we can go ahead and then go to the next one, which is the bus routing. Okay, so the route that the bus is going to pass through. So the boarding point, and then the time, and then the dropping point and the time, all those things you can set it up. So let's click on add, and then select the bus, and then we want it to start from let's say it is from circle. Okay, so let's say it is from circle, and then the boarding time, you can choose any time. So let's say it is let's say it is 12, yeah, maybe 1. Okay, so I'm going to choose 1, and then so this is the boarding point. Okay, and then the dropping point will be let's say Medina, or whatever it is. Okay, so from circle, so let's say from circle it goes to 37, and then the dropping point will be, let's say, 1 hour difference, so it will be 12. Then I'll add another one, okay, from 37, okay, so 14, and then it will go to from 37 to Legon, so let's say 14, 20 minutes, okay, and then from Legon it will go to Medina. Oh, so let me pick this one as Legon, and then 14:20, that is the time people will start boarding, to Medina, which is 15, let's say 15:10. Okay, so these are the boarding point and then the dropping point. Okay, so you see it all over here. So now that we have it done, now let's go to the seat prices. Okay, so we can add seat prices to everything. So let's check out. So we select our boarding point. So it started from circle. We select the dropping point from circle to 37. Adult prices, let's say 10 cedis, and then child prices 8 cedis, and then infant, we don't collect any money. Okay, so we can add what another one over here, which is from 37 to Legon. Okay, we can add also maybe 5 cedis, 4 cedis, and then 0. Okay, and then we can also add another one, which is from circle to Legon. Okay, which is also, let's say, 8 cedis, 7 cedis, and then 0. Okay, so it goes on and on and on. So let's say the last one will be, let's say, from circle to what, to Medina. Okay, so from circle to Medina, we'll go to, let's say, 12 cedis, and then 10 cedis, and then 0 over here. So you can do all those calculations yourself, and then know how you fixing all those things. Now we have also extra services over here. If you offer extra service, you can add all your prices to over here. I'm not going to go through that. Now that this one is done, now we can go to the pickup point over here. Okay, so no pickup point added yet. You can click here to set up your pickup point. Okay, so let's click over here and see what happens. It will take us back to the bus settings over here, and then will tell us to add a pickup point over here, but we're gonna go back because we have all the pickup points already set up. So let's go back. Okay guys, so what happens is because I went back, everything went off. I'm going to fill in the details quickly, and then we move on to the next one. Okay guys, so now that we are over here, so what we're going to do is we will basically check on the right side over here. Now you see the bus type over here. We pick between which bus. You see we created 2 bus types over here, so just choose between which bus type that you want. So either AC or non-AC, the one that you are creating. So let's say we are creating AC bus type. Now let's go to the bus stops. So wherever we want to stop, so we want to stop here and here. Okay, so our stops, we start from circle, and then our stops are here. Okay, these are our stops, and then the featured bus image. Okay, so the bus image, so click and then choose the image that you are using for the bus. So let's say we are using this image. Okay, we'll click on select over here to set up our featured image over here. So now that we are done, now you can also check up the bus on day and off day. Okay, so which days are the bus off and on? So let's say the off days are only Sundays. Okay, so we are we are operational, we are off on Sunday, so we put Sunday over there. And then after that we can click on what publish to publish the bars. So now that we are done, you can take a look at how the bars looks like. So let's take a look at how the bars really looks like. The bars that we created, the VIP bars. Let's look at how it looks like on the front end. So it didn't show over here. Now let me go back and see why, the reason why it did not show. Let me go to all buses over here. Yeah, I have this bus created, okay, and it's supposed to show. I don't know the reason why it's not showing. Okay guys, so the reason why it was giving me error basically is because of this place, pickup point, okay, over here. Now make sure that you set up your pickup point over here, okay. So after setting your routing or your routing point, boarding point and dropping point, come over here. Now you set up your seat prices to over here, and then you come over here and then you set up, make sure that you set up your what, your pickup point, okay. So for my pickup point I have just 3 because the routes are only 3. So we have circle, we have 37, and then we have what, Legon, okay. So these are my pickup point. Now to set up the pickup point, make sure that you select your boarding point over here, okay. Just select your boarding point over here. So the boarding point is what, a circle, okay. And then this is circle, so these are the pickup what point, and then you select your what, your pickup point to over there, okay. So basically that is it. Now after that you can go ahead and check out your on day of day, okay, and then make sure that you select this ones and then publish or update it, okay. You publish or update it, and then now if you can see, if I view it, it's supposed to what, not give me any error again. It's supposed to give me the correct one. So that is why it was giving me error, because I haven't finished setting it up, okay. So make sure that you set it up, and then everything will be recorded over here, okay. Now if you go back to let's go over here, the configurations over here too. Now as you can see, I placed in some things over here just to show the seat numbers, okay. So I'm going to remove this one and then place in this one as what, as 1, or you can decide to what, just remove everything, okay. But then I just decided to, maybe some places are for older people or infant and other stuff. You can indicate all those things over here. And then the last seat is what, is 45. I know the numbers are misplaced, but then that is, I just want to show you something. And then the seats are of course 45 seats, okay, and that is it. So if there is an upper deck too, you can configure it over here, and then you can update it. Now if you go to if you go to check the bars, okay, let's say we're going to search for what, for bars, okay. So let's go to bars search over here. Now if you want to search for bars, you can let's say we want to search for bars from circle to let's say Medina, okay, and then the date is today, which is 18th, and then we search the buses. Now when you search the buses, it's supposed to give you what, the only bus that we have on it, which is this one, and then it will give you the fare, okay. Now as you can see, we have the fare set up, and then you can view the seat. Now as you can see, all the pictures that we brought over here are there, okay, perfectly done. So because all the seats are empty, it is showing what, empty seat, okay. Now if you hover on it, you realize that you have the prices over there, okay. So if it is an adult, if it is a child, if it is an infant, okay, you can book it over there. So you can select the seat and then book. So let's say I want this one, I can book it, I can select it and then choose a pickup point, okay. So let's say if my pickup point is what, a circle, okay, I can choose it. But let's say my pickup point is what, it's 37. So you see the time is over there, and then I can book, click over here to book it, okay. So basically we've created one bars on it, which runs from Circle to Medina. Okay, you can also create different use this same method to create different what buses, which runs maybe from Accra to Kumasi, from Accra to Tamale, from wherever your city is to a different city. Just the same method. Okay, now I'm not going to waste my time in creating all the buses. Now I've created one bus on it. You can look at this same method to create your own buses on it. Now I'm going to go ahead to go to pages over here, all pages, and then go to the home page and how we can customize our home page. At the moment, if you look at how the home page looks like, it's not it's not done. Nothing is done over here. It's an empty home page. Now as you can see over here, you can if you look at the URL over here, it says what our domain name / homepage. It's not what we want. Okay, we just want our domain name to display our homepage. Okay, so to do that, we can go back to our dashboard and then go back to our settings over here, and then under settings we go back to readings over here. Okay, so when you click on readings, it's supposed to show you this kind of settings over here. Now we are going to check static page, so we want to select a static page as our home page. So with the static page, we will select what the home page. We will select what home over here. Okay, so just choose your home. Okay, and if you want to create post and other stuff, you can also what choose the post page, but we haven't created any blog page yet, so we'll leave it as it is, and then we click on save changes to save our changes. Now if you go back to our our home page over here and then refresh it, you realize that even though our home page is empty, let me just purge the cache and see what happens. Even though our home page is empty, but as you can see, the URL doesn't display /home again because of the settings that we did over there. Okay, so that is perfectly done. Now the next step is for us to design our home page. Okay, and that is what we are about to do in the next step. Okay guys, so to design the home page and the other pages, just hover on pages over here. Okay, click on all pages so that we will design those pages one by one. Now we're going to design the home page first. Okay, so what we're going to do is to click on home page over here, and then our next step is to use Elementor to design our home page. Okay, so we're going to use Elementor. For those of you who don't know Elementor is just a drag and drop page builder that helps you to design your pages without adding any line of code to it. So all what we need to do is to click on edit with Elementor over here. Okay, so I'm going to close this navigator over here. Now this is Elementor page builder. Okay, so as you can see over here, this side is where we are going to design, and these are the widgets of Elementor that we are going to use to design our home page. Okay, so basically we're going to design the home page like this one over here. So as you can see, this is exactly what we are going to design. So we have a hero section over here, which have some images, and then which slide or changes or fades out, and then we have some things written over here. Okay, so that is what we're going to do. So first of all, we're going to click on this plus icon over here, and then we are going to click on this one over here, this single column or this single session column session over here. Now it will open an edit session over here for you to edit the session over here. So what we're going to do is we want it in a full width, or we can even make it like this, and then we want the column to have no gap. We want it to minimum height. Okay, want it to be a minimum height. I think 400 is okay for now, and then we will come to style over here. Okay, so we we want to style the section or the column over here. So what we are going to do is we're going to choose a background. Now the background, we have classic, we have gradient, we have video, and then we have this slideshow over here. Now basically what we're going to do is we're going to use the slideshow. Okay, so we're going to use this slideshow, and then we click on it to add some images to that slideshow. So we're going to use this one, this one, this one, this one, and then let's say this one. Okay, so we're going to use these 4 things over here, and then we create category, or we add it to what, the gallery, image gallery, and then we set it to the gallery. Okay, so this is basically what we're going to do. Okay, so as you can see, this is what we are using, or this is what we are using. Okay, so it is all right. We have all these images done. So as you can see, it is done over here. Now what we want to do is to also add some background overlay. Okay, because we are going to write on it, we need some darker overlay so that our white will be visible for us. So we're going to use the classic. So we click on background overlay over here, and we use the classic, the background type. Click on it. Now under the classic, we have color and we have image. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the color, which is select it, and then we use a dark color, which is a black color. Okay, so we're going to use this black color over here. Now as you can see, you cannot see the darker side of it, but what we have to do is to increase the opacity. Okay, so we're going to increase the opacity a little bit so that will be a little bit dark, so that whenever we write on it, we are going to see. So I think this is good to go. Now let me yeah, I think it's okay, everything is fine, we are good to go. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go and click on this grip icon over here. So this 9 grip icon over here, we're going to click on it, and then we'll drag in a text or heading widget over here. So just drag in, click and drag. Okay, just click and drag, and then we position it in the middle. Okay, so alignment is what, center. Okay, so position it in the middle, and then what we're going to do is we're going to just copy this one over here, find a nice place to visit or whatever it is. Okay, or we can even say best place to buy bus ticket. Okay, so just like that. Or we can even delete this one and then say maybe busticket.com. okay, busticket.com. so maybe welcome to busticket.com, welcome to busticket.com, and then we will, underneath we would drag in a text widget. Okay, so text editor widget. Okay, so just drag in this one over here, and then we're gonna paste in what we wrote in first over here. So we're gonna paste in this one over here. Now that we have this one pasted over here, the same way we position this one in the middle, we're gonna go to style over here, and then we'll align it in the middle. Okay, in the center. So this one is what, best place to buy bus ticket. Okay, so let's style it small. So we're going to change this one to white. Okay, yeah, very good. And then the typography, we'll change it from Roboto to a different one. Okay, so let's just change it to a different one. Okay, so we're going to change it to Poppins. So I'm going to search for Poppins over here. Yeah, very good. So that is it. And then I'll increase the size to, let's say 20. Okay, very good. Let's say 25. Yeah, and then I think it's good to go. Everything is all right. And then let's go to the first text or the heading over there. Now let's go to style and style it. We're gonna change this one also to white. okay, and then we'll change it to Montserrat. Okay, so instead of Poppins, we're gonna go for Montserrat. Yeah, so the font family we're gonna use Montserrat, and then we'll say 55. Yeah, very good. So we're gonna give it to 55. So I think this is good to go. This is okay. Now our next step is to bring in what we call where is it? Bring in this widget over here. Okay. So as you can see, this is what a form. Okay, the search form. So we're gonna bring in the search form over here. Let's go over here, and then what we're gonna do is we will click this one, and then we'll use the how do you call it, the single column session. Okay, use a single column session over here, and then we're gonna bring a short code in it. So what we're gonna do is click on this grip icon over here and then search for short code. Okay, so let's drag in this short code widget. Okay, now that we have a short code in it, now what we're going to do is we go back to our dashboard over here. I'm going to go back to dashboard, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to bring in the short code for our form. Okay, the bus ticket form short code. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to plugins over here, and then click on install plugins. Now I'm going to copy the shortcode from this place. Okay, so I'll go to view details over here, and then I'll scroll and then copy this shortcode. Okay, this is the shortcode that we are going to use for the form. Okay, so I'll come over here and paste it over here. Okay, so as you can see, we have the form over here, which is similar to this one. Okay, which is similar to this one. So that's exactly what we want. Okay, so what we're going to do is you see, this is how the shortcode looks like. Okay, as you can see, this is how it looks like, but it's down here. Okay, we want to raise it up a little bit. So what we are going to do is we will first go to advanced over here, and then give it a margin. So we're going to give a negative top margin of, let's say, 50. Okay, I think 50 is too small. Let's give it 90. Yeah, or maybe 80, so that it's gonna be in the middle. Okay, so let's see how it is. Yeah, so this is quite okay. Yeah, this is quite okay. So the 90 is quite okay. So we have 80 is quite okay. So we have this top one also done. Now our next one that we are going to do is to create this one over here. Okay, so we're going to create this 3-column widget over here. Okay, so what we're going to do is go over here, add a new structure over here, and then we're going to add this 3-column structure. Okay, now first of all, let's give it a top, and go to advanced over here, give it a top and down margin of 90. Okay, yeah, very good. So that will be a little bit space over here. Okay, for us to for the website to look nice. Okay, so now that we have this one done, what we're going to do is let's look at how this one looks like. Okay, so this one have this globe icon over here with 700 destinations, expert, blah 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 blah, and all those things. So what we're going to do is we're just going to, let's first copy this one. Okay, so I'm going to copy this one and come over here. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go click on this grip icon over here and search for icon. Okay, now I'm going to use this icon box and then drag in this icon box over here. Okay, very good. Now with the icon box, I'm going to position it left, okay. Yeah, so that we have an icon on the left, and then we have some things over here. So I'm going to give this one this words 700 plus destinations, and then I will just copy this one, come over here and paste it here. Okay, so I have this one done over here. Now what I need to do is to make sure that everything is in its center. But before we do that, let's go to the icon, click on the icon, and then select the globe icon or the world icon. So I'm going to use this one, okay, and then insert it. Okay, very good. So now we will try and then style it. Okay, so let's go to style over here, and then change the icon to our color. Okay, so I'm going to use the color picker to pick a color. It's not picking this. Okay, so it's supposed to pick, it's not picking this color. So what I'm going to do is I have this color picker over here. Yeah, this color picker will pick every color. Okay, very good. So I need this color over here, so I'll pick it, copy it, okay, and then come. So let me close this one, and then come over here and then paste this one over here. So as you can see, I have it done completely. Okay, so so this is the color that I need, but this is not the real color, because I need this color to be white, and then the background to be a little bit of this color. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over here. What I'm going to do is I'm going to go to content over here. Okay, position the content and align it in the middle. Okay, so in the middle over here. Yeah, so that it's gonna be something like this. Okay, now with the title spacing, I'm gonna decrease the spacing a little bit. Okay, yeah, so that there will be no spacing. Okay, and then let's look at how this one looks like. Okay, so with the typography and all that, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna change this one. Of course, if I change it to white, it wouldn't come. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna leave it as it is. Now I'm just going to change the typography to Montserrat. I'm gonna change the typography to Montserrat, and then I'll change the font size to, let's say, 20. Yeah, 20 is okay. And then I'll come to this place also, change it to Poppins. So I'm gonna change it to Poppins, and then I'll change this one to 14. Yeah, so basically this is okay. So what I'm going to do next is I'll go to advanced, okay, and then give it some padding or margin. Okay, so first let's give it a padding. So let's give it an all-round padding of 20, or 20 is not okay. So let's say 30. Let's see. Yeah, I think 30 is okay. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to duplicate this one. I'm just going to duplicate it 2 times so that it will become 3. Okay, I'll duplicate it 2 times, and then I'll delete the other columns. So let's right click here and delete it. Right click this one too and delete it. Okay, so we have these columns over here. Now with this one, I want to change this one, the background. Okay, so let's go to style over here. So click on this 6 dots over here, and then now to edit the session, now then go to style over here, and then with the background we're going to give it a classic background. Okay, and then we click on this one, then we give it the color that we want. Okay, our kind of like orange color. Okay, so we want this one. Okay, so let's give it this orange color. Now we can go ahead to change the style of the icon. So this one will be white. Okay, so now we can change the icon to make it white. We can go ahead and then change the content colors and then make them all white. Okay, so that it will be visible for everybody to see it well. Okay, so this one is good. So what I need to do is just right click on it, copy, and then right click over here. Okay, and then paste style. The same thing to this one, right click over here and then paste style. Okay, so now as you can see we have this one done. Okay, so all what I need to do is just to make sure that you see this one. I have to change the icon. Okay, so instead of the view to be default, I can make it to a stack to make it something like this. Okay, so as you can see over here, this one is this one. So what I need to do is I need to give it a color, the stack color. Okay, so the icon color will be will be not this one. Let me check and see. Oh yeah, come over here. The secondary color should be this one rather. Yeah, so as you can see, this is the secondary this is secondary color. Okay, I can just make it this way. So I can copy this one. Okay, copy it, come over here, paste style, come over here, paste style. Yes, as you can see, this is how it looks like, and it looks perfectly alright. Okay, yeah, perfectly alright. But let's quickly go over here and then look at something. Now if you look at this one over here, where is it? Yeah, if you look at this one over here, okay, you realize that this one doesn't stretch. Okay, it means that there is something we are not doing right over here for this one to stretch across, and we don't want it to stretch across. Okay, it doesn't look nice over here. We don't want it to stretch across. We just want it to be like this one, just like this one. Okay, so what we can do is, let's click on this one, go to and then change the content width to, let's say, 900 and see what happens. Okay, so the content width change, but the size of the whole thing doesn't really change. Okay, so we can undo it, and then let me go to the structure itself. Okay, so let's go to advanced. Okay, and then okay, so let me go over here. First thing first, let me go over here, change this one. Okay, I want to make sure that it doesn't have these things. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, because I'm dealing with just the content, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add a new row over here, click on this one, add this single column over here, and then come over here, click on this script icon over here, and then add an inner section in it. Okay, so if I add this inner section in it, now what I'm going to do is I am going to pick this one. Okay, go over here and give it top and down margin of 90. Okay, come to the inner section over here. I'm going to duplicate this one so that it will be 3 columns. Okay, instead of 2, it will be 3 columns over here. Now what I'm going to do is I just want to only the inner section, so I'll pick the inner section over here, and then I'm going to give it a background color of that same background color that we had. Okay, so come over here, pick this one and give it this color. Okay, now let me stretch it and see. Yes, as you can see, it doesn't it doesn't stretch. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to copy this one and paste this one over here. Yes, so as you can see, I have this one the same way. I just drag this one and bring it over here. Okay, just drag it and bring it over here, just like this. Where is it? Yeah, drag this one also and then bring it over here, exactly like this. Now I can delete this thing over here, and then I can come over here and then increase the or change the color a little bit. Okay, make it a little bit deeper, like let's say here. Yeah, this one is quite okay. Okay, now I can go to border. Okay, and then give it a border radius of, let's say, 5. Okay, or let me say 20. Oh, 20 is too much. Let me say 10. Okay, so if we stretch it now and we look at it now, we have what it's completely done this way we want it. Okay, so the next one is, as you can see, this one is a little bit too big, so we want to reduce the size a little bit. Okay, so reduce the size of this icon a little bit. Okay, so the icon size will be what let's say 30, and see, yeah, I think 30 is okay. So now we can come over here, copy it, paste this one over here, right click, paste style, right click and paste style. Okay, so now as you can see, we have it completely done. Now all what we need to do is to change the icons and the content over there. So we come over here, we copy this one, best price guarantee, we copy it, we come over here and then we change it the same way. This one also, we copy it, we come over here and then we change it. Yeah, and then we can change this one to what, a dollar sign. Okay, so we can change this one to a dollar sign. So let's say best price guarantee. The same way applies to this one. We can change it and make it work. Now make sure that everything that you do, you update the changes so that everything that you are doing will be saved. Okay, so that is it, good to go. Now the next part of it is to create this ones. Okay, now this ones is very simple to create. Now this is also an icon box, like the same thing that we did from the top. Okay, so search, select and pay. So we can click over here and choose these 3 things over here, 3 session column over here, or 3 column session over here, and then go to advanced. Okay, and then give it a bottom padding of 90. Because it have a top padding of 90, we're going to give just a bottom padding of 90, and then click on this plus icon over here and then search for icon. Okay, because we're going to use an icon box to display or design it. Okay, so just drag the icon box into this one and then paste in the heading, and then we are going to use instead of let me see. So this is an icon box, but this is a photo. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're not going to use an icon box. Okay, so what we're going to, I'm going to delete this one we're not going to use an icon box, but we're going to do it, use dragging an image over here. Okay, and then choose the image. Okay, go to upload. Let's go over here, choose the image from your computer. Okay, now I have these images that I downloaded. Let me see if I still have those images over there. Search. Let me see if I still have those images over there. Alright, so when you locate this files over here, now I'm going to leave this files in the description so that you can be able to download all of them. So just select all of them and then click on open to upload all of them on the website. Okay, so the first one that we're going to use is the search. Okay, so we're going to click on search and then we upload it. Now we have search over here. Now the next one is let's take a look at it. This one says search. Okay, so we're going to bring what we call a heading, okay, widget. So we're going to drag in this one, which is a heading widget, bring it over here and then type in search over there. Now position it in the center, or you align it in the center. Go to style, okay, and then change the color to black, text color to black, and then also change the typography to Poppins. Okay, so no, not Poppins, let's say Montserrat. Okay, so Montserrat is quite okay. Yeah, very good. And then make it like 30, or 30 is too big, so let's say 25. Okay, so 25 is okay. Now the next step we're going to do is we're going to bring a text widget. Okay, so click on this grip icon again and then drag in the text widget over here. Okay, very good. So now that we have a text widget over here, now what we're going to do is I'm going to copy this text over here, and then just come back over here and then paste this one over here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to style and then align it in the middle, okay, or in the center, and then change the text to somehow black. Yeah, this one is okay. And then go to the typography and change it to Poppins. I'm going to change it to Poppins. Okay, so choose Poppins. Okay, and then let's say this one is 14. Okay, so this one is quite okay, and then I think we are good to go. But the next one is just click on this edit column over here, and then go to advanced, and then create a padding around it. So let's say you want to create a padding of, let's say, 30 around all of it. Okay, so I think 30 is okay. Okay, now we are going to go to style over here. Okay, and then we want to just raise the give it a little bit shadow. Okay, so box shadow, I'm just going to give a box shadow of it, but I'm going to reduce the opacity of the box shadow. Okay, so let's say, or the spread of the box shadow, okay, or its blur. So let's say I'm just going to give it 5, or let's say 2. Okay, and then I'm going to give it a border radius of 10. Okay, so basically I think this is quite okay, so that it will be shown for everybody to see. Okay, now the next one is go to advanced over here, and then with the margin, give it a margin of 5. Okay, yeah, very good. So now that we have this one done, now we can just duplicate it 3 times. Okay, just duplicate it 3 times, or twice, sorry. duplicate it 2 times. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one, this column, delete all the other empty columns from it. Okay, so I'm going to delete this one. Okay, so yeah, so we have this one. Okay, very good. So even with this one, we can still do some adjustments. So to change this one, so go over here. The next one is what is it? Pay, select. Okay, so we're just gonna what choose select. Okay, so change this one to what, to the bus icon. So this one. Okay, and then we change the description also to this one, and then we change how do you call it, this one from search to select. Okay, so now that we are done, let's go to the next one. You do the same thing to the next one also. So this one we choose the pay. Okay, so this one is what, pay. Yeah, so pay, we choose the pay, we paste it over here, we go to this place, and then we say what, pay. Okay, so after it, just click on update to update it. Okay, so you see, as you can see, everything is what, moving smoothly. Okay, so our next step is what, to design this session. Okay, now this session is just a 2-column session, one having an image and one having this call to action over here. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go over here, and then I'm going to copy this whole session over here. Okay, so I'm just going to copy this whole session, and I come and bring it over here. I'm going to paste it over here, so that will be very easy for me to design what I'm about to design. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to delete this one. I'll right click over here and then delete this one, and then I'll go over here, click on this one, come to basically let me just delete the whole thing and then start from scratch. Okay, so just click over here, and I'm going to use 2-column session over here. Now this session is what we're going to design first. Okay, so in this place, let's bring in the photo first. So I'm going to bring a photo over here. Okay, a photo over here. So let's bring in the photo first. So let's just drag in a photo over here. Let me just delete this one, and then click over here. Let's say click over here. Okay, and then come to style, go to background type, click on image, and then I'm going to use let me use this one, this image over here. Okay, so guys, you can't see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, this 6-dot icon over here, and then come to height, change it to minimum height. Okay, yeah, now still you cannot see it. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have to change it to default, and then what did I do? Okay, sorry guys, I think I made a mistake. So first of all, let's click on this one. Okay, drag in the image over here. Okay, then choose the image that we want to use. Just choose this image. Okay, very good. Now the next step is what, to click over here, and then the column, make it no gap. Yes, very good. So now that we don't have any gap over here, we can easily go over here and then style it the way we want it. Go to style, and then come to background, and the background we choose classic, and then we choose this color, and then let's choose the color that we wanted. So let me come over here, pick the color picker, and then just choose the color that I wanted and close this one. So I come to this place and paste it over here. Okay, so I have the color over here. Okay, so as you can see, it is going to be just like this. Okay, so now that we have this one set, we just need to insert what it's in it. Okay, so we have enjoy winter deals, enjoy whatever it is. Now in Accra there is nothing like winter, so what we're going to write is just something that will be catchy for people. Okay, so you can write anything down. So I'm going to use the heading widget, drag it over here, and then I'm going to write maybe enjoy enjoy great discount. Okay, so I'm going to put it in the middle over here. Okay, now the next one that I'm going to do is I'll click on the grip icon again. I'll style it, don't worry. I'll bring another one too over here. Okay, and then this time around I'll just copy this one and then come over here and paste it here, put it in the middle again. Okay, now let me just finish styling it so that you understand everything that is going on. So just give it white, and then give this one Montserrat, give this one Montserrat, give this one 40. Yeah, and then come over here, go over here, give this one also white, give this one Poppins. So search for Poppins and give this one Poppins, and then give it like 20. Okay, and then reduce the size to 500. Yeah, very good. So enjoy great discounts. Okay, very good. Now don't worry about it being at the top. I'll add some padding and other stuff over there so you understand. Okay, so the next one is what? Buttons. Okay, so what I'm going to bring a button over here. I'm going to put a button over here, and then with a button I'll position it in the middle, and then what is written on the button is what? Learn more. Okay, so let's say you want to say book now. Okay, so you can link it to your search site. Okay, so the search bar search or whatever it is, so we can link it to a bar search so that when people click over here, we send them to the bar search page. Okay, so book now. Now let's go to style over here, and then with the typography, let's change it to Poppins. Okay, and then let's increase it to, let's say, 20. Okay, now we're gonna change it to capitalize or uppercase, sorry. Yeah, so now that we have uppercase, now let's come to the background color, which is green. We're gonna make it black. Yeah, very good. Okay, so I think this one is what is good to go. Now what we're going to do is just click over here, and then we're going to go to advanced over here, and then let's give all round padding of, let's say, 50. Okay, so we have 50 over there, but let's give a top padding of 100. Yeah, so the top will be what will be 100, and the bottom will be, let's say, also 100. So it's okay. So we're gonna have something like this, which is quite good. Okay, so I think we are good to go. Let me go over here and see. So let's give this one a bottom margin of 90, so that there will be space at the bottom. Okay, so now that we have this one also done, the next one is what? Go to this plate which says available bars list. Okay, so we're gonna copy this one, and then come over here, and then click over here, and then use this one, the one column section, and then we click on this plus icon, and then we drag in what a heading widget. Okay, just drag in a heading widget, and then paste the heading that we copied over there, and then position it in the middle. Now go to style over here, and then give it with a color of black. Okay, and then we go to typography. Okay, now with the typography, I'm gonna choose Montserrat. Okay, very good. Now I'm gonna choose 25. Yeah, I think 25 is quite okay. Okay, now that I have 25 chosen, now the next one I'm gonna write is what? Click on this one. Let me just close it. Now go over here, click on the 9 dot grab icon over here. Now I'm gonna bring the divider. Okay, so I'm gonna put the divider, sorry guys, it should be underneath. Okay, so put the divider underneath the available bars list. Okay, now this is the divider that we want, but you see it's the width is too what is it, it's too long. Okay, so we're gonna add an icon also to it. Yeah, we want in the middle, we want an icon. Now the icon we want is what? A bars. Okay, so we're gonna use this bars. Okay, so let me check and see the bars that they use here. The same, almost the same thing. Let me go back. Okay, so now that we have this bars, now we can reduce this one to, let's say, 15 or 10. So let's say 12. Okay, and put it in the middle here. Okay, now we're gonna go to style to style it. Okay, so we're going to style it. We are going to choose the color. Oh, sorry. We're gonna choose the kind of like orange color that we use. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, okay, so let's choose this orange color. Okay, so I'm gonna choose this orange color, and with the same thing for the bar suit also, I'm gonna choose this orange color. Okay, so yeah, so everything is quite okay. Okay, so with the gap we can reduce the gap a little bit, maybe no gap. Okay, maybe there should be a gap of 2. Okay, so now that we have this available, now the next one is to bring a short code over there. So let's choose this structure, one column structure over here, and then bring in a short code. Okay, so what we're going to do is just click on this group icon over here, and then search for short code. okay, and then bring it over here. Now remember that we have a shortcode for displaying what displaying the buses. Okay, so let's go to where this place, yeah. And then if you want to display the bus, you can what use this what shortcode. So let's copy this one and come over here, and then let's paste this one over here and see what happens. So as you can see, we can display what the bars over here. Now I just want to display 3. Okay, so this is the bars list. Okay, so we are showing only 3. Okay, now if you want to view more or see more, okay, we can go to their online documentation over here, and then we can watch through or read through what we are supposed to. That is exactly what everybody is supposed to do whenever you have something you need to so this is what bars list shortcode. Okay, so as you can see over here, it is the bars list shortcode. Okay, so you click over there, and then as you can see, okay, so this is what the shortcode. Okay, so this is the bars list shortcode. So you can just show what a category parenting contains the ID of the bus. So the bus list shortcode, okay, category ID of the bus type. So let's say what is the bus type? So we only have one bus type on it, and that is what we are showing. So basically we are showing everything that we want to show. That is why we just showed everything over here. Okay, so we are showing everything that we want to show. Okay, so basically that is it. So we have this one showing over here. So we only have one bus done on it. Now the moment you create different buses, it will be displaying over here. Okay, and that is exactly what we want. So the next one, let's look at the next stage. Okay, so our next stage, let me see. Okay, so we promise to deliver. Okay, so we will copy the same thing, and then we'll design this thing. Okay, and then we are done. So what we are going to do is just copy this one, come over here, paste it here. Okay, come over here, go to advanced, give it top and down margin of 90. Okay, so we have this one which says we promise to deliver. Okay, and then we will be able to create this kind of let me copy. I'm going to copy this one also, come over here, and then paste this one too over here. Okay, but with this one, as you can see over here, it's kind of like different. Okay, so this one. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to save this one as an image. Just save it. Let me go to desktop, and then let me go to bus, and then save it over here. Click over here, save as an image. I just want to show you how the whole thing works. Okay, click over here, save as an image. Rises, click over here, save as an image, benefit. Okay, so now that I have this one saved, all what I need to do is to do some small editing over here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click over here, okay, and then come to style over here. Okay, so with the border I'm going to remove the this one so that I wouldn't get any you know I wouldn't get any shadow. Okay, so I'm going to remove the this one also the same way, and then I will give solid border just at the right hand side, let's say 2 or maybe 1. Yeah, let me look at how it is. Yeah, so it's supposed to be 1, but it's supposed to be very light. Okay, and then I'm going to use a light color. Yeah, something like this. Okay, let me take a look again. Yeah, okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just come over here, copy it, paste style over here. Yeah, and then copy this one, delete this one rather, and then I'm going to duplicate this one, and then duplicate this one also, so that it's going to be like 3. Okay, and then come over here, click on this one, go to style. Okay, so what I'm going to do is with the border, I'm going to remove the border from it, so it's not going to have any border. Okay, so as you can see all these 3s over here, but it's not going to have any border. Now because the background is white, you cannot see it, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it kind of like a gray background. Okay, so I'm going to give it like a gray background. Okay, let's just do a kind of like a light gray background. Okay, so let's go to background over here, click on background, go to here, and then background, go over here, classic, and then with this background I'm going to give it like something like very light gray. Okay, then reduce the opacity a little bit. Yeah, so that you're gonna see the difference. Okay, so you're gonna see the difference. So basically something like this. Okay, but as you can see, this is not what we want. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're gonna use the first strategy that we did in creating the other one. Okay, so bringing in an inner column so that we can be able to edit the inner column. Okay, so let's bring in this one, and then we duplicate the inner column like 3 times, so that we're gonna have like 4 different things. So just twice, yeah, so that we have like 4. Okay, so we duplicate it twice, so 1 2 3 4. So what we're going to do is we are just going to copy this one, and paste it here. Yeah, paste this one also here. Just delete the ones that we don't want, paste this one also here. We just copying and pasting. Okay, nothing else, it's not anything big. Delete this one. Okay, so this one also I can just drag in over here, drag this one here, drag this one here, and what I can do is I'll just copy style and paste the style. Okay, so that copy and paste style, so it's going to be instead of paste style, now let me just delete this one. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to click over here and then come over here, copy, and then paste style. Yeah, so we have this one done. Now this one also, I'm going to close this one. Now with this one, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go to style, and then just change the background. Okay, so with the background I'm going to use classic, and then like we did the first one, okay, we're just going to just so that we are going to have something like this. Okay, so as you can see, we have something like this. Okay, now guys, because we haven't changed it, don't worry about it. We're going to do all those changes. So let's let me just come over here. Okay, remove the bottom, or make it like 10, yeah, something like this. Okay, now what we're going to do is we just want to make it something like this. Okay, so this one is safety. Okay, so what we're going to do is just click on this one. Okay, the ones that we downloaded, we are going to upload it over here. So we go to upload files, click on select all files. Okay, so now let's go to the desktop and look for bars, and then we select the ones that we are using, and then click on open to upload all of them in it. Okay, so the first one that now that it is uploaded, the first one is safety. Okay, so the first one that we need is this one, which is safety. Okay, so just insert it in it. Okay, yeah, insert it in it. Now of course we can reduce the size, don't worry about it. We can just reduce the size of it, the image size, make it the way we want it. So let's say we want it like 22. Okay, and this one is safety. Okay, and then we come over here, and then we copy this one, and then we choose this one, and we paste it here. Okay, just like this. So the same way we will use it for the second one. So the next one is superior service, lowest cost, and no match. So this one is superior service, and then this one is lowest cost, yeah, lowest cost, and then this one is unmatched. So we use this one also. Okay, so it's very simple. What you need to do is just click over here. Okay, copy, and then we paste style. Just paste style. Okay, that is all. It will reduce it to the style of this one. So just paste style. This one also paste style. And this one also paste style. Yeah, so you have it the same way as you're having this one. So let's try and then also reduce this one a little bit, so that it will be reasonably well. So let's say this one is 20, yeah, instead of 25. So with this one we also copy, we paste style, and then we paste style 2 over here, and then we paste style 2 over here. Okay, so now we can just change all the things that we want to change. So superior services, Okay, so it's this one. You can come and then just paste in it. This one is what? Lowest cost. And then we also have what? Unmatched what? Services. And then we also have unmatched services or benefits, sorry, unmatched benefits. So we also copy and paste it over there. Okay, so guys, as you can see, we are quite like growing. I think this one is still a little bit big, so let's try and then see if we can reduce it to, let's say, 18. Yeah, so I think 18 will be all right. Copy it, you paste style over here, paste style over here, and then you paste style over here. Okay, so we are almost there. We are quite almost done. So our homepage is quietly basically done. Okay, what we need to do is what? Just finish with some petty things. So now that we are almost done with our homepage, let's update it and take a quick look at how our, let me close this one. Okay, so at first this is how our website used to be like. Okay, now let's refresh it and see how now it looks like. Okay guys, as you can see, our website is becoming professional. As you can see, we have what? Everything intact, everything done. Okay, so the more you you add buses, it will come over here. Okay, so basically we are done with our home page. I'm not going to go into it that much. Now the next one that I'm going to do is to do the bus search. Okay, the about page and the contact page, which I'll do in my next tutorial, which is the part 1 of it. But before I even part 2 of it, okay, the part 2 of this tutorial, but before I even close this tutorial, what I want to do is I want us to take a look at how you can be able to book. Okay, now I want this button to be orange. Okay, so let me just go to the bus ticket settings. Okay, go over here. Let's go to the settings over here, and let's see how it looks like. So let's go to the color and style. Okay, so this is the bus set from, this is a bus list route list, search list, bar details, title, background color. Okay, this one is what I wanted to see. Okay, so I'm going to pick, where is my color? I'm going to pick this one over here. Okay, so I want to pick this one over here. Where are you? Okay, this color right here. I'm gonna pick this one, copy it, come over here and paste it over here. Okay, I'm going to change all these colors to what? To match the exact color that I want. Okay, so basically I think it's quite alright. So let me just click on save changes. Let me click on save changes, and then we walk through how somebody can be able to purchase ticket. Now, even with the purchasing of ticket, I'm not sure I'm going to do it now. I will do it in the second video. Let me just refresh this one. I'll do it in the second video so that after concluding everything, you get to know the fair idea of how everything works. Let me purge the cards and see why this thing did not show. Okay, so the book now is not showing. I don't know why it's not showing, but it's supposed to show. So let me just go over again and see. So this is what I'm supposed to change to over here. Let me change this one too and save this one. Now let me come and refresh it and see if it is done. It's still not done. Let me purge the cache and see. It's still not done. So what I need to do is maybe I need to check the website settings, or maybe use some CSS, custom CSS, to make it done. But basically the website is almost done. Our next site that we are supposed to do is to just customize the bus search page. Okay, so we need to customize the bus search page. See how this thing is, it's not really nice. We need to customize this page. And then also let's go and see how the view bus ticket, if it shows. Yeah, so this one will not show because it's supposed to show, you are supposed to have the how do you call it, the pro version of this plugin before the view ticket will show. But our next one, we're going to customize the bus search, the about page, the contact page. Okay, that is exactly what we are going to do. So I hope this video will help you to be able to create your own bus ticket website. See you in the next video, and that is the part 2 of this video. Bye bye.